Hi. In this video demonstration, I will actually demonstrate some of the exercises from week 3 lab. Let's start. So week 3 lab has two parts. The first part talks about how to use Vim editor. In one of the tutorial, I just show how to use the Vim editor, and also in the last in Bash Programming 1 video, we have used Vim editor to open a file and write our code. Please go through it. If you have any further issues, any further questions, please Google or talk to me during the lab. So let's start with exercise, one of the exercise, shell scripting exercise of week 3 lab. So it says how to write shell script that will add two numbers which are supplied as command line argument, and if these two numbers are not given, it should show error and its usage. So the code is given. Let's first explain the given code. So as you can see, this is just the direction that we will be using the bash terminal, but since it is under the comment hash, so it has no impact. And all of them are comment, so they will not be executed. Now, so far you haven't seen $hash. You saw $0, which actually saves the name of the script. $1, $2, $3 are the first argument, second argument, third argument, and so on. But what is $hash? $hash actually contains the number of arguments that have been supplied. Okay, I say again, $hash gives us the number of arguments that have been supplied when you run the execute, when you execute the script. So if, for example, I execute a script saying dot forward slash script 1 and then space, I say number 22 space 23. So that means I pass two arguments. So the value of $hash will be in that case 2. Okay. So the number of arguments that are passed is represented by $hash. So our problem said that how to write shell script that will add two numbers which are supplied as command line argument, and if these two numbers are not given, it should show error and its usage. So in the first place, it is doing conditional check if $hash and e means not equal. Okay, if $hash not equals to 2, that means two arguments have not been supplied. Okay, so if no argument have not been is supplied, if one argument is supplied, if three arguments is supplied, in all cases it is wrong. Okay, it should get two arguments. So if $hash not equal to 2, then it should say echo usage $0 and then x y echo, where x and y are two numbers for which I will print sum. That means if two arguments are not supplied, then it will tell how the script should be executed. Okay, so script should be executed like script name and then two variable where x and y are two numbers. If it receives two arguments, and then it will exit the program. Okay, if it receives two number, then it will just do the sum. Okay, so in that case echo double quote sum of $1 and $2 is, and as you can see, backtick, which is important to put the backtick because anything within the backtick will be executed as an instruction. So it will do the expression $1 plus $2. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll start typing. So go back to the terminal and I'm gonna write vi say script sum.sh. I give a name, try to give a meaningful name. So now I'm in command mode of the Vim editor or Vi editor. I want to switch to the insertion mode, so I press I in the keyboard. Now it is in the insertion mode. So instead of putting all these comments at the beginning that has been given in the lab guide, I'm going to the business directly. So I say if third bracket dollar hash not equals to 2. Okay, so if dollar hash not equals to 2, then echo, and it says usage $0, that means the name of the script, and then x, y, echo, where it says where x and y are two numbers which I will print sum. So where x and y are two numbers for which I will print the sum. Okay, that will good. And then you can see once we start if, and then we put exit, and fi means if is closed. Okay, so anything between if and fi will be executed if this condition is true. So then we say exit 1, and then we say f3. Okay, so means, let me do some nitty-gritty things. Okay, oh, it's giving me trouble. Okay, get rid of this. Okay, if dollar hash not equals to 2, then echo usage $0xy, and etc. So if two arguments are supplied, then this condition will not be true, so it will not enter into this segment or this struct. It will come rather here. Okay, and where we can say echo the sum of $1 and $2 is, and we will use backtrack expression $1 plus $2 backtick finish, and then this. Okay, so we believe it should work, so let's save it and exit. So escape on the keyboard and then colon X, so save and exit. And then I'm going to give the change mode 755. Okay, if I look at this, this should be here somewhere here. Now let's execute it. So if I don't supply any argument and press enter, it says the sum of something is wrong. Okay, something is wrong because line 1 0 command not found. So let's have a look. What is the issue? We say if dollar hash not equals to 2, and then usage um, we just put this, let me check. This should not make any difference, but let me check still. No. So it says in line 2, in line 1. So in line 2, something is error in line 2. Let me go back to the script. If $hash, so what is the problem? Okay, let me okay, so the problem was after third bracket there should be a space. Okay, so go back. I try without I will try first without any arguments. So it should say usage should be your script name xy, and where x and y are two numbers for which I will print the sum. And if I supply the arguments, then it says the sum of 10 and 20 is 30. Okay, that's easy. Let's go to the next exercise. The next one says using positional parameters to create and populate files. So create a script that does the following. The script should create a file as specified in the first argument passed to the script. So if the command to run the script via bash script2.sh, so this is the name of the script, and after that if we pass an argument file8 and another argument like within the double quote, so anything within the double quote will be considered as a one argument. Okay, so after the script, if I pass two argument, one is file8, another is hello world, then it should create a file by this name. Okay, and should write this second argument into this file. That's the question is. Okay, so I'm saying again, if we run a script with two arguments, first argument and second argument, first argument will be considered as a file name, so the script should create a file name according to the first argument, and then it should write the whole second argument into the file. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. So vi script file.sh. Okay, it should be easy. All we need to do need to use this symbol. Okay, and we can use echo. So echo okay, echo so $2 should be written to the $1. That's it. That should be done. So if what I do, chmod 755 script underscore file, and it is there. So in this file, if I write it, it says ambiguous redirect because I haven't given any argument. So I say a file name, say test file. Okay, and I want to put bn 206 mn 506, double quote, enter, ls test file. Can you see test file? Test file is there. And let's see the content of the test file, which is bn 206 mn 506. So simple with a very small thing is very powerful. So as you can see, this is the second argument has been written to the first argument. So what it does actually, if there is no such file of the name of the first argument, it creates that file and then write whatever it gets. Okay, it gets. Now let's go to the third exercise. The third exercise says that write script to find out biggest number from given three numbers. Numbers are supplied as command line argument. Okay, print error if sufficient arguments are not supplied. And this solution here is a very naive solution, I say, using only if else. So what it does, it first check that whether it is receiving three arguments or not. So $hash is the number of arguments. If it is not equal to 3, it will say then echo $0, the name of the script, colon, number 1, number 2, number 3 are not given. Okay, and this actually called error message, generating error message. So this error will be, this will be created as an error, and the error message will be fed into $2, and then the file, the script will exit. Otherwise, if three arguments are given, then the first argument will be saved in N1, the second argument will be saved in N2, and the third argument is saved in N3. So three variables N1, N2, N3 contains three numbers. So it first check if N1 is greater than N2 and N1 is greater than N3, then N1 is biggest number. Okay, this is spelling. If else if, this is called else if. So you see if, then else if N2 greater than N1 and N2 greater than N3, then N2 is biggest number. Else if N3 greater than N1 and N3 greater than N2, then N3 is the biggest number. If none of this case, that means these three numbers are equal. So else if $1 equal $2 and $1 equal $3 and $2 equal $3, then we could say all the three numbers are equal. Else echo I cannot figure out which number is bigger. Okay, so let's give a try how it works. Okay. So I'm going to create a script file, and I'll give the name of the script file as a script underscore say bigger.sh. And so a file has been created by the name script underscore bigger.sh, and now I'm in the command mode. So I'm switching to insertion mode by pressing I in the keyboard. So the first thing that you have to do is checking, are we receiving the three arguments or not. Okay, so if $hash not equals 3, then echo we'll write echo $0, number 1, number 2, number 3 are not given. So echo $0, number 1, number 2, and number 3 are not given, and this will be fed into error message. So double quote feed this. Okay, and also we'll exit the program, and if is finished. So if three arguments are not supplied, it will enter into this struct because this will be true, and it will print this one. Otherwise, it will start checking. So if okay, before we start checking, we should assign the numbers into three variables. We can do that. Okay, it gives me some trouble. However, come back to what I was doing. So I say I will put n1 equals to $1, and then n2 equals to $2, and then n3 equals to $3. So 3 variable has been assigned to n1, n2, and n3. And now if I say if n1 greater than n2, okay, and this is called ampersand, okay, or and condition. That means both condition has to be true. So and if I say n1 greater than n3, so that means n1 has to be greater than n2, and n1 also has to be greater than n3. And then we could say then echo n1. So we would like to say dollar n1 is the biggest number. Okay. It's giving me trouble again. However, let's get rid of this. Okay. So yeah, else if n2 greater than n1 and n2 greater than n3. Okay, we have a mistake here, and this is this one. Okay. So I say what I said. So I check this one, now I check this one, and then I will say then echo $n2 is the biggest number. Else if in all this there's another mistake I made, I think, and this is here. I should put now. I should put dollar and dollar. Mm-hmm. Same here. Okay, so dollar n2 is also checked with this. So n1 is checked with n2, n3. N2 is checked with n1, n3, and now n3 is greater than n1 and dollar n3 greater than N1. No, it should be so N3 greater than N1 and N3 should be greater than N2. Then we could say equal $N3 is the biggest number. Okay, if none of this condition true, it is maybe equal, but we would like to check again this one, that dollar, which is this condition, that $1 equals $2 and $1 equals $3 and $2 equals $3. Okay, so one equals $2 and $1 equals $3 and $2, okay, so equals $3. Okay, and in this case we say then equal all three numbers are equal. Okay, else if then equal, then alternative. Else if none of this even condition true, then we could say else I cannot figure out which number is bigger. Yeah, so else and then just equal. Okay, so else equal you cannot figure out which number is bigger. Okay, that's it. So if I exit in this situation and let's see what happens. Script underscore bigger, so slash script underscore bigger. So if I don't supply any arguments, it should tell me something. Okay, so first of all, I do have syntax error. So it's called syntax error near unexpected token dollar. The line number is 3. So let's have a look. What is that error? Line number 1, 2, 3. Syntax error. We followed this where equal. Let me run again and check what it is actually. If I run again, it says line number 3 syntax error near unexpected token ampersand equal. Where is the ampersand? Okay, this one. What I do for the time being, I just take it off. Okay, for the time being I delete this. Okay, and move forward. So it says you haven't supplied any argument, so this number 1, number 2, number 3 are not given. If I give number so it goes again error. So line 6 N1 command not found. So let's have a look on 96. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so while it was trying to assign, it failed to assign and saying that okay, what it says, line 6, 7, 8, command not found, and 1 and 2 and 3. I don't know. It should not have this issue. So if then echo exit fi is closed. Okay. Just to check. Okay, just for checking, I'm getting rid of these variables and whether take only this. Okay. So instead of assigning to them into any variable, I'm trying to access them directly and see how it goes, and later we can look at the issue. So I think there is no more n1, n2, n3. If I run it, unexpected error in line number 20, unexpected end of file, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so something, maybe if else is not closed. So actually what happened, if is not closed. So if this if is closed, this if, then else if, else if, else if, L, and then if has to be closed. So this was not closed. Let's run it again. So it says 33 is the biggest number. If I put something else, say 44, 44 is the biggest number. If I put 53 here, 53 is the biggest number, and so on. So that's it. You can have a look by introducing the variable, that why assigning to the variable does not work. It should work. We can investigate these things in another video tutorial, because this tutorial gets too long. Thank you, and I hope it is clear to you. If you have any question, any query, ask here in the video. under the video, or you can even ask me in the lab. Thank you.